She thought she was finding a street. Turns out, she found a life she never knew she deserved. It was getting dark, and Zara hated walking after sunset. Not because the world was scary, the world had already done its worst to her. She had nothing left to fear. What she did have was exhaustion, 3 bags on her shoulders, and a phone that died right when she needed directions. Perfect. Life's favorite trick, kick you when you're already limping. She saw a narrow path up a small hill, warm lights glowing from a single house like it didn't know the world outside was cold. A workshop in the back. Tools. Peace. Something simple, quiet, and private. Lucky people lived like that. She stepped onto the porch and knocked. No answer. Another knock. This time footsteps. The door opened, and she was absolutely sure she had interrupted someone who valued solitude. He looked like a man who'd built everything in his life with his own hands, not gifted a thing. Rugged, quiet strength, tired eyes but grounded. Not the pretty boy drama hero. Real. The type who didn't talk much because he didn't need to. Sorry, she said quickly, hugging her bags closer. My phone died. I just need directions. I'll leave. He didn't speak for a second, not silence, assessment. Finally. You look like you need water more than directions. Zara blinked. I'm fine. I don't want to bother. You didn't knock for directions, he said simply. You knocked because you needed somewhere safe for 1 minute. The truth stabbed her harder than kindness ever did. She swallowed. Please. Just tell me how to get to Oak Ridge Street. Instead of answering, he stepped aside. You look like the kind who refuses help until you collapse. Come inside first. She hesitated. He added, I have a daughter inside. I don't invite strangers into danger. That was the reassurance she didn't realize she needed. She stepped in. Warm lights. Bookshelves. The smell of real food. A toddler giggling in the next room. Quiet music playing, not trendy, just peaceful. It felt wrong to breathe here. Like exhaling might break something sacred. You traveling? He asked, pouring water. No, she murmured. Leaving. People don't move with light luggage when they leave life behind. They drag everything they still trust, and she had very little. What's your name? He asked. Zara. Yours? Ian. She took the water, hands shaking. Not from fear. From finally stopping. His daughter ran in, curly hair, big curious eyes, holding a toy hammer. Baba, she's pretty. Zara laughed, the kind that surprises you because you forgot laughter existed. Ian didn't smile like a flirt. He smiled like a person who valued gentleness in a world full of noise. You're safe here for a moment, he said quietly. That sentence cracked something in her chest she didn't realize was breaking. She wasn't here for romance. She wasn't here for rescue. She just needed one safe door in a world of locked ones. And somehow, she found it. Ian finally picked up her dead phone, plugged it in, and set it on the table. You can leave when you're ready, he said. Not when the world rushes you. Kindness from someone who didn't owe her anything hits different. Especially when life only taught you to run. That night, for the first time in months, she felt stillness. Not trapped. Not watched. Not unsafe. Still. She didn't know it yet, but she didn't knock for directions. She knocked for a life she didn't think she deserved. And she just stepped into it. Sometimes the hardest place to stay is the first place that feels safe. Zara woke up before dawn, panic punching her chest before memory caught up. No yelling. No locked door. No footsteps waiting to control her. Just the quiet hum of morning. A coffee machine. A child laughing softly at cartoons. Safety, unfamiliar, terrifying, beautiful. She sat up on the small guest couch, blanket still warm. She felt wrong for being comfortable. Safety feels like guilt when you're used to survival. Ian glanced over from the kitchen. You didn't sleep. You just closed your eyes and fought ghosts. No pity. Just truth. I should go, she said quickly. Where? He asked. And she hated that she didn't have an answer. Leaving felt like freedom yesterday. Today, leaving felt like falling. She grabbed her bag anyway, trauma rarely negotiates. His daughter waddled over, tugging her sleeve. Don't go. We're making pancakes. That tiny voice was a knife, gentle, innocent, devastating. Zara knelt. I won't always be here, sweetheart. But you can be here now, the child said. Ian didn't look up. One morning doesn't trap you. Stay for breakfast. Then you walk wherever you want, with strength, not fear. He spoke like someone who'd rebuilt himself before. Like someone who understood escape isn't freedom if you're still running inside your mind. She stayed. Not because she decided, because her exhaustion did. The trigger. When her phone buzzed, she froze. Unknown number. No, worse. Recognized pattern. A number she escaped. She dropped the device like it burned. Ian saw the fear shift her whole posture. Old trauma makes you flinch even in sunlight. He didn't pry. He didn't demand details. He didn't play the savior. He just asked one thing. Do you want me to block it? Not, who is it? Not, what happened? Just choice. Choice, something she hadn't had in years. Yes, she whispered. Click. Blocked. Silent. Her heart finally exhaled. The breaking point. But when safety finally finds you, all the strength you used to carry turns to shaking. She didn't cry loud. It wasn't dramatic. Just one breath collapsed into another and she sat at his table with her head in her hands, silent, trembling. Ian didn't rush. Didn't touch her without permission. Didn't fix her. He placed a glass of water next to her, then slid a napkin across like it was armor, not pity. You don't owe the world toughness every minute, he said quietly. Rest isn't weakness. That sentence broke her more than any cruelty ever did, because it was true, and nobody had ever given her permission to breathe. She finally spoke. I didn't leave a man. I left a war zone that called itself love. Ian nodded once. Not shocked. Not judgmental. Just there. My wife died, he replied. Different pain. Same lesson, grief doesn't stop life, it just changes how you walk through it. Not competition. Not trauma Olympics. Just two broken truths sitting together without trying to outrun themselves. The choosing. Hours passed. It was time to decide. He didn't say stay. He didn't say go. He simply handed her a small card, not romantic, not dramatic. It read, whenever you need a safe door, mine doesn't close. One offer. Zero pressure. Infinite power. She stood up, bags in hand. I don't know who I am outside survival yet, she whispered. That's the best place to start, he said. No promises. No fast-forward romance. Just respect, the most underrated form of love. She stepped outside, the world colder without that warm house behind her. But this time, leaving didn't feel like running. It felt like walking toward something, with a place to return if she stumbled. Some knocks find shelter. Some knocks find direction. Hers found both. White heavy checkmark final hook. Some doors give you directions. A rare few give you yourself back first. If you believe in second beginnings, not fairy tales, you're in the right place. Subscribe. Because the world needs more stories where healing looks like safety, not savior complex romance.